Come on, come on. And let's drill down then into some of the specific personnel they've got here. Ateba, what do you think of his performance out there? It was it was the first time he's gone 3 rounds in the UFC. You know, what was your summation of that?
Yeah. So with Ateba's fight, it was after the first exchange. Pulyaev did a good job of not really getting involved. And Ateba, if I was to criticize his performance, he didn't really make the adjustments that we needed to a guy that didn't want to get involved. And it's not something that we haven't drilled. We perhaps didn't drill as much as we should have done for this camp. When we watched Pulyaev, he had a good evasive footwork and defensive movement.
Yeah.
I mean, never for one moment underestimated him. I think Ateba, there was loads of positives to take from that fight and from that performance. Obviously, going 15 minutes, having the gas tank to go throughout, some good decisions in there. Obviously, getting no takedowns in the fight. Not that there was any executed, but it's another move forward. But I think rather than focus on what we could have done better, I'll take my hats off to Pulyaev. I think he's very, very underrated. I think that win will mature as a very good win. And the thing is that Ateba is very much a victim of his own success in the fact that people just expect you to go and blow through somebody in the first couple of minutes. And perhaps in some ways, this is the best thing that could ever happen for him, because now he understands he's got to take his time. He can't just trust and focus upon the fact that he does have concussive power in both hands. And for me now, as a coach, I'm delighted with that. I'm delighted with the performance. I'm delighted at how much he learned from it. I'm delighted at how much he's going to move on and be better for it. Because thing is, in football, you get to play 38 times a year minimum, and you get to go over things that happen there. Whereas we're learning on the job, and he's fought 4 times in 10 months, but he's learned more from that fight than he has done from his previous 3. So now that's a great opportunity for me as a coach to go away, and not only is he going to learn, he won. 23 years old, 4 straight victories in the UFC. I don't know how many people have got 4 straight victories in the UFC ever. So to start from that platform and to be, I know how disappointed he is. He's disappointed with the win and the nature of the win and some of the mistakes that he made. I'm not disappointed. I'm excited, because it's just now a great opportunity for us to, not that we really need to refocus, but to recalibrate. Recalibrate, go back, study the tape, work on things we're going to work on, see how people are going to try to beat us and become bulletproof. And to do that on the back of a win against, like I said, an opponent that is underrated, an opponent that's going to go on and achieve numerous wins in the UFC. I truly believe it. From the outside looking in, everyone's like, this is food. I think he was a -1,000 favorite and things like that. I never went in there thinking that. I knew that this guy was a threat. I knew that he had good skills. I knew he had a great camp. I knew that he was fast. I didn't realize how fast he was. His jab was rapid. His left body kick was fast. And Ateba got a little bit one-paced and a bit ploddy and things like that. Things that we're going to improve upon. Things that are going to make him better in the long term. But he's here to stay. 4-0, 23 years old, the world at his feet. But now, not only the world at his feet, the world at his feet with recalibration and within the mindset of this. Sadly, when Lewis McGrillen learned that you can't just go out there and knock somebody out, we learned it on the back of a loss. We're learning this on the back of a win, and that should really put the frighteners through the rest of the middleweight division.
And that's true, because I think, again, we never want to lose, but I think the grilling's just come on leaps and bounds since that Maya foul, and you can see it. You can see it.
It was a blessing. It was I said it to him immediately after the fight that this would be the best thing that ever happened to him, and I'd reiterate that with Ateba, but I don't really need to, because I know that he's at home thinking that he should be doing better, and yes, he should. But guess what? That's what's going to happen.
Come on. And before we move on to McGrillen, Ateba called out Marvin Vettori. Was that something you guys have been cooking up in the background in terms of the next opponent?
To answer the question, yes, that would be correct. So I think I think also what you learn from this is you never really pay attention to negative opinions or positive opinions to people that you don't know and that you wouldn't value. So it's what we do want to do. We want to climb the ladder. There's no rush. I'll reiterate this, okay? Everybody wants a ranked opponent and for this thing just so they can put fraud check and stuff like this. but there's no rush.
Yeah.
And thankfully the UFC, like for me, this was a massive step up, and we're ready for another massive step up, and after that we're ready for another step up. But that's all it has to be, incremental steps towards the goal.
Yeah.
And when we've looked through the fighters that they're just outside of the rankings, Marvin Vettori makes a lot of sense for us, and I'm sure like he's never wanted to turn down a fight. He's never been stopped. The reason that I wanted this fight is he's never ever been finished. Yeah, so it would be privy of us to go against a guy who's fought for the title, who was once in the rankings, and like, okay, he's on a little bit of a losing streak, but he's only been fighting top competition. So I think for us, like the next test would be someone of that ilk, whether it be a Marvin Vettori, a Cedric Dumas, like they got the guys like Zach Reese. There's a plethora of people with multiple wins in the UFC that would bring out the best in Ateba.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he underestimated Pulyaev and that didn't bring the best out of him. I want him to go in there scared for his life. I want to go in scared for his future. And I think a fighter like Marvin Vettori, who's teak tough, another southpaw, so we gotta weed these things out. And to go back to Pulyaev, I think like Ateba's an 11 fight veteran now of MMA, but he's only ever been past the first round once before. So like for him to get that experience, he's learning on the job. Yeah. So like if you're a pro boxer, you're afforded. You fight against a guy who just tries to defend. You fight against, you sell tickets. You fight against a guy who comes out and fight. You fight an elusive fighter. You fight a southpaw. We haven't had that. And if we had that, we've extinguished it a little bit. So now we've got more experience. All we're trying to do is get experience. Marvin Vettori and how tough he is gives us more experience. Like being in hopefully a fight that's further up the card. Doesn't matter to us where it is. It's great to be on the number cards, but we're not concerned about that. We're only concerned about the number cards when we're at the main event.
Yeah.
But we want to get more experience against teak tough on position. They're just going to bring out the best in him. So Mick Maynard, I know you're not watching this, but if you were to watch this, like we would love a name of that ilk, someone who's going to really build him towards his ultimate goal of being the best middleweight and perhaps light heavyweight thereafter ever.
Come on, love that.